Great. Hi, my name is Nora Alami. Thank you all again for coming here this evening. I was born and raised in Colorado Springs. My parents are from Morocco, and so I was also raised with a Moroccan culture, and integrated with the values that I was raised with were the morals and teachings of the Islamic faith. My parents always taught me that religion was a personal endeavor that guides human life. My religion was something they could teach me, but also something that I was encouraged to discover on my own. I was nervous to come up here and speak for all of you today because my religion has always been so private for me, not something I usually showcased. In fact, my parents always taught me when I was little, the two things you don't talk about to other people is religion and politics. But they always said unless someone asked. And the whole deal with that is just about respecting and not offending others. And also, I'm still learning and I'm still discovering my own faith. But there are aspects of my faith that speaks to me, and that are an undeniable part of who I am. The morals, ethics, values that I have learned from my upbringing and from my religion create a backbone from which I make daily decisions and create a sense of stability for me. To me, Islam is a beautiful and peaceful religion. In fact, the root of the word Islam actually comes from the word salam, which in Arabic means peace. We also use salam to greet and say farewell to people. So if you would meet someone on the street just to say hello, you say salam wa alaikum, which means peace be with you. And to respond, you would say wa alaikum salam, which is and also with you. And then if you're saying goodbye, you say ma salama. So it's all just kind of roots in the word of peace, which I always loved. When I found that out, I was really excited. I thought that was really cool. That just to send those peaceful wishes in a simple greeting with each other. From my experience growing up in an Islamic in a community that is predominantly Christian, I've personally found that what I love about my religion can be seen in other religions as well. And I find that amazing. Islam teaches about love, charity, compassion, peace, and humanity. It taught me to think outside myself and to always give. And what I've learned from others is that their religion teaches the same thing. I find it beautiful and powerful that there are so many similarities within religions. And I'm more interested in finding out what the similarities are than continuing to argue about the differences. Because I was allowed the freedom to explore the religion for myself, I developed a strong sense of where I fit in with all the hype surrounding spirituality and faith. I was always inspired by the lessons my parents taught me about morality, the power of generosity, and respect for all people. I felt strong in my affiliation and felt as if the lessons of peace and integrity resonated deep within me. These lessons correlated strongly with my Moroccan upbringing. In fact, when I was writing this speech, there was many times that I would have to run down and ask my parents, did I learn this because it was in Islam or did I learn it because it was in my culture? And I found out that oftentimes it was in both. Though I treated my faith as something personal and private growing up, I realized that now that most of the lessons that I learned seem to apply to every individual. Lessons that I could learn in school or from other adults around me. They were just about the power of kindness and respect, all in a sense words of peace. These lessons make sense to me, and I never felt a need to question them. But 9/11, the war on terrorism, and the continuous conflict in the Middle East forced me to re-examine that. No longer could I hear the poetic verses of the Quran and feel content with just hearing them. Now my religion was a common topic brought up in school. It made no sense to me that the religions that all taught not to kill and to love continuously seem to end up in war. And what I've learned on this issue is that there is extremists in every faith who seem to interpret the religious text and use it to justify their unjust actions. So I decided to take time to figure out what my religion meant to me, and I found my thoughts returning to Ramadan. Ramadan is a holy month in Islam in which we fast from sunrise to sunset without food or water. It's a month of abstinence and cleansing, and something that's always been a part of my life. It's a month where I feel like I get to clear my mind of things that don't matter and cleanse my body. In a sense, I almost return to a more pure state. It's a truly humbling experience. The purpose of the month is to appreciate how lucky we are to have access to food and water, and to return to the basics in life, and to understand that there are those who aren't as lucky. It's also a month of charity. Everyone is supposed to donate food or money to the poor. Ramadan has taught me self-discipline and appreciation for things that I usually take for granted. Another lesson that I'm always reminded of is if someone insults you, you're supposed to say, "God bless you" back, which of course is easier said than done, but it's a choice. It's about rising above being offended, and it definitely takes strength to act kindly towards people who choose to not act kindly towards you. It taught me the importance of not letting my emotions get the best of me, and to take control instead of letting the situation escalate in words of hate. Peace is relevant and apparent in many aspects of Islam. It is a message that can be found in anywhere in any religion. Its teachings are simple and powerful. It's about returning to humanity and returning to people as people, to individual spirituality, treating each other with respect and love rather than unfounded hatred and contempt that only lapses in a vicious cycle. But I also believe that these lessons of peace and humanity are not unique to Islam. I think that they are messages that translate cross-culturally and through all forms of faith and spirituality. And that's what I find is the beauty of it, is the simplicity. I think that it can speak to every person. But throughout all of these questions and skepticisms on Islam, I found that my faith in the religion was only strengthened. And I'm not here to represent the Islamic community, but instead to show how my faith has strengthened my hopes for peace. The messages I take from my religion are universal. It emphasizes the importance of humility and appreciation, the necessity of understanding and respect, and the power of love and kindness. I was always taught to understand and respect others from different faiths, backgrounds, and cultures. And I learned from my faith that we are all created equal, which means that there's no race, no gender, nation, religion, or individual person that is better than another. Instead, we are judged by the morality of our actions. There is a diversity on earth so that we can learn from each other's differences and celebrate them rather than condemn them and use them as reasons for hatred. Because of this, we are encouraged to respect each other, learn from each other, and recognize the beauty of each person. I was taught to believe in every religion and every prophet, but Islam for me has been a religion of peace and respect that firmly grounds me, my morals, and encourages me to hope and work towards peace. So thank you all again for coming here today.